Hi, I'm Alli, founder of Stratia, and today we're talking about the moisture barrier. Don't forget to subscribe below, add a comment on what you'd like to see in our next video, follow us at Stratia Skin on all our social media. Let's get into it. So what even is the moisture barrier? The moisture barrier is another word for your stratum corneum, which is the outermost layer of your epidermis. Your stratum corneum is made up of corneocytes, which are skin cells that are kind of like dinner plates. They're flattened out and they're totally filled with keratin, which is the protein from your fingernails. They are super strong, they're really flexible, and they're a fantastic barrier. Those corneocytes are held together by a fatty matrix made of ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. It's sort of a bricks and mortar structure where those corneocytes, those dead skin cells, are the bricks, and then this fatty mixture is the mortar, sealing it all together, making sure it's waterproof, that nothing is getting out or in. On top of that, you've got this acid mantle you may have heard of, which is just sort of a really thin layer of sweat and fatty acids that keeps your skin pH acidic. Having an acidic pH is super important for skin health. Not only is that the pH that your skin flourishes at for all of its biological functions, but it's actually really important to fend off any pathogens like bacteria. Your skin pH is acidic. It ranges from about 4.2 to about 5.5, but your blood is actually slightly alkaline at about 7.5. That means that any pathogens like bacteria that function really well at an acidic pH won't survive in your bloodstream and vice versa. So it's this two-pronged approach to make sure that anything that does happen to get past your skin barrier won't survive in your bloodstream. So what does the moisture barrier even do? It is your body's first and best line of defense against the outsides. It can protect against pathogens like we talked about, against pollution, against sun damage, against all sorts of things that are trying to get into your body. It also keeps your insides inside. It prevents all that lovely moisture in your body from evaporating out through your skin. Your moisture barrier is essentially what is keeping your skin strong, healthy, and resilient, and able to fight off all of the attackers it's facing on a day-to-day basis. Your moisture barrier can get damaged in a number of different ways. The most common is overexfoliation, just going too hard with the actives, using an AHA and a BHA in the same routine, using physical scrubs too much, anything that's going to strip away that outer layer of skin cells. High pH products can actually also strip away your moisture barrier. Things like high pH foaming cleansers can disrupt that acid mantle and actually damage that fatty mixture that holds those corneocytes together. You can also damage your moisture barrier just from the environment. Sun, wind, snow can really tear away at your moisture barrier. A damaged moisture barrier, also known as dehydration, can be really hard to spot. So here are some major signs of dehydration. If you have skin that's simultaneously dry and flaky and really oily, that's a really unique indicator of dehydrated skin. Extreme sensitivity is another major indicator of dehydration. So even the most gentle moisturizers will sting your face. Your skin turns red with just a gentle touch. Breakouts can be a sign of dehydration. There are obviously a huge number of reasons for blemishes, but if your moisture barrier is damaged, it can't fight off the bacteria that cause acne as well. So it can be a cause for breakouts. You might have dehydrated skin if you notice really deep, sudden wrinkles, especially in places where your skin doesn't naturally develop wrinkles. So these lines, less likely to be dehydration. But if you notice wrinkles like here, for example, that could be from dehydrated skin that isn't holding on to moisture to keep itself plump and firm. Okay, so now you've identified that your skin is dehydrated. What do you do now? First things first, stop doing whatever you were doing that dehydrated your skin in the first place. If you were over exfoliating, stop using exfoliants. If you're using high pH cleansers, switch to a low pH one. And no matter what caused your dehydration, you do not want to use any irritating actives. That includes exfoliants, it includes retinoids, benzoyl peroxide, anything that is going to further irritate your skin and potentially cause more damage to your moisture barrier. And to heal dehydration, you need to baby your skin. And that's a really apt idiom because babies have really weak moisture barriers. So treat your skin like a newborn baby. You want to use products with ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. Remember, those are the 3 ingredients in that fatty mixture that's holding those skin cells together in the moisture barrier. Really, it's that mixture being compromised that is causing dehydration in the first place. So augmenting it, fortifying it with those same ingredients can help it heal itself. You also want lots and lots of layers. You want humectants, which are hydrating ingredients. You want emollients, moisturizing ingredients, and occlusives, which are going to lock everything in. Here is an example dehydrated skin routine using Stratia products. First, you want to cleanse with Velvet Cleansing Milk, which is our low pH, non-foaming cleanser. Velvet Cleansing Milk is especially good for sensitive or dehydrated skin because it is so gentle. It's really moisturizing. It can take off all of the grime and makeup and accumulated day that you want to take off with a cleanser without removing any of that important fatty mixture from your moisture barrier. Next up is Rewind, our vitamin-rich hydrating serum. Rewind is great for adding moisture back into dehydrated skin, helping plump it up so it can reduce those wrinkles, that sort of lax, sagging skin that can come along with dehydrated skin. Next up would be Fortify, our meticulously balanced facial oil. Facial oils are amazing for dehydrated skin because they are all fatty acids and they can really help augment that damaged moisture barrier. They can help fill in the cracks, and they're so good for moisturizing, soothing, healing, just wonderful to use on damaged or dehydrated skin. And finally, Liquid Gold, which I formulated specifically with dehydrated skin in mind. Remember those keywords, ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids, which are the ingredients that make up the fatty mixture in your moisture barrier. That is exactly what I put into Liquid Gold. So it goes in and just helps to rebuild your moisture barrier from the inside out. It's really gentle, really powerful. It's lightweight enough to use even if you have really oily skin. That one product can really turn dehydrated skin around night and day. Finally, for an evening routine, I recommend locking everything in with an occlusive. I love Aquaphor. I talk about it all the time, but any balm or ointment type product can really help provide a barrier for your skin while your actual barrier is damaged so that it can heal itself underneath. So that's the rundown of the moisture barrier. If you have any questions, anything you'd like to see in a future video, leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media at Stratia Skin, and I'll see you next time.